Verse 12, he said, "But I will be with you, and this shall be the sign for you, that I have sent you. When you have brought the people out of Egypt, you shall serve God on this mountain." Okay, so God's saying, no, 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 don't worry. I know. It's not about who you are, it's about who I am. See, there's always a point. It's not about who we are, it's about who God is. God give you a task. I was like speaking with a brother there in Myanmar via chatting and Viber this morning, and like the task that God gave you, and God gave you this big task kind of idea. It's like, ultimately that's not my task, it's God's task. It's not about who I am, it's about who God is. Right? It is His. It's not based upon me, it's based upon God. Our faith in God is not based upon nothing, it's based on the character of God, who God is. All of this, the work we do, is not based upon our intelligence or anything like that, it's based upon who God is. God is saying, I'm with you. I mean, I can do this, although skiing out now at that one place, I don't even know if I'm doing years now, that legal, not feel a little bit quizzy. But, who am I to do this? I ask myself the question every single day. Any of this I'm doing, I don't deserve any of this. But God is with me, not because of who I am, but because of who He is. See, this is what God's telling Moses as well. And this is what, like, to you as well, you ought to be able to understand. It's not about who you are, it's about who God is. Don't forget that ever. You are more than who you are. If it's about you, and it's your ministry, yes, sure, then it's a small ministry. But if it's God's ministry and He is with you, then it's a huge ministry, even though there's only 2 people involved. A church with 2 members is true believers is a lot bigger than a church with 1 million that's all going to hell. Don't forget that. 2 people for the standing for the truth is much better than 1 million people falling for the lie. So God is going to give him a sign as well that He will bring him out. Why? Okay, is that they're going to stand there on going to serve God on this mountain. In this case, now on the mountain of God, Horeb. Right? It's like, okay, just think about it. Right? I'm giving you a sign. Thank you, God. You're going to give me a sign. What? A rainbow or something, like for Noah? No. You will see the sign when you get out of there. What? What kind of a sign is that, God? Like, I will only see the sign when I'm out of there, when I'm on this mountain where I'm now. Then, well, God, when I'm there, how will I know that I'm even going to come back here? Now, that is a kind of a little bit like Jacob. Remember, he there in Bethel, sleeping, having this dream, and then God says He will bring him safely back there. The same kind of idea here, right? I mean, when he was there in the north working for Laban, for his father-in-law, he could not have known, okay? It's only after returning there that he could see, okay, yes, God was with him. Only then that he understood. But up to that stage, he had no idea, right? It was always a life in that sense of trusting in the character of God. And so Moses most likely here as well with this kind of a sign, the same kind of a sign which Jacob had, at least that would have been kind of good news to him in the sense that, God, he did it before. He did it for Jacob. God is the father of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right? Jacob included. And God did it for Jacob. God was with Jacob, so God is now said He's now with me, and so therefore this is a sign that will be fulfilled when after the fact. Right? I will only see the sign fulfilled after the fact, when I'm here. I mean, then it's already a fact that it happened. I mean, it's like, what kind of a sign is that? Right? But the whole point, like for Jacob as well, like he will only understand when he gets out and he gets back there that God was with him the whole time. And that, until then he had to trust God, but when he gets back, then he would be able to look back through all of this and understand that God was with him. Okay, so the same here then for Moses. Like, so he needs to trust that God is with him, and when he gets back to that mountain with all the people in tow, all of the stubborn people in tow, and all their belongings, that God actually was with him, right? That the sign is fulfilled. And so, yeah, this is, again, I would just say, like how in our lives, sometimes we suffer a lot and we don't understand why those things are happening. It's only after the fulfillment, after we maybe get to a place where things are a little bit easier, where we can look back at it and we can say, oh, wow, okay, this is the reason it happened, right? I broke my leg so that by scanning me, they could find the cancer and they can cure me of that. Now, I know not all people get the cancer caught in advance. I know one person, a friend of mine who died recently, a dear missionary brother in South Africa's wife who died recently of cancer. His daughter's in for chemo now as well. Another brother on our missions board whose daughter is leukemia, and they are in and out of hospitals now again. I mean, I understand all these things. Not everybody, but sometimes it does happen. And what I'm just getting at is that sometimes, it's only after the fact that you can look back at it and you can see God's hand in it. Like ultimately, now this sign is going to be. So it is a sign, like it was for Jacob, and it's going to be fulfilled. And when it's fulfilled, then he will know that he didn't do this on his own. He didn't do it because another God helped him, or it was the people that was so willing to follow him, or Pharaoh, any of those things. You will understand that ultimately, right? Ultimately, this is only God's doing, because God said He will bring him out and they will worship him here, and that will be the sign. Nothing else. It's God, not you, Moses. Not your flock. It's my flock. Not your work, my work. You will be the one leading as a human from the front. But I am with you. I am in that cloud above you, in the fire column at night, to light the road, to heat you up. It's me, ultimately. Okay, don't forget that. Not other gods, not you. It's God. It's His. Don't forget it. Don't ever forget it. Okay, so maybe, yeah, you can just, again, stand a little bit, and I think doesn't want to follow me. Let me see if I can get it on my face. And okay, it's like kind of follow there. So there's lots of little kind of the boats, the swan boats out in this time of the day. Well, sure, it's cloudy today, so it's nicer. Sun is shining. There would not have been people this time of the day, most likely. It's 4 o'clock now, but a little bit later, sure, there would have been. But now, because of the great weather, not raining, so cloudy, cooler, wind blowing. Nice place to be, really nice place.